Okay, so I welcome you all once again to this school management software in VB.net. Indeed, we are really learning. Couple of some days ago, or let's say on our previous lesson we did earlier on, we saw the presentation of all these steps, and it was quite amazing. And I really love that. Okay, before I get started to this project, if you have not subscribed to my channel, just visit YouTube and search for iSoft Original and subscribe to my channel so that all these episodes you'll be getting it there privately so that you won't be missing any upcoming episode. All right, so let's get started with a video. All right, so with everything, let's quickly see what happens now. um First of all, if we want to start this system, or if you want to start managing or developing everything, we need something called idea development. Now when we talk of idea development, now idea development concerns it handles a lot of ideas. How do you want your system to be, right? So you just take a conclusion. Let's say maybe this is my login screen, this is my recovery screen, this is my this is my loading screen, my login, my recovery, and then this is my home screen, right? That is my home screen. And maybe the home screen is going to contain let's say maybe some details, little details here. It depends on how you want to build this, right? So let's say maybe add student, add teacher, maybe add report, which is you can, or let's say maybe generate report. Then we go to settings, then we go to maybe logout, right? That is it. Then maybe you have the school logo here, and that is also absolutely perfect. So let's say maybe we have another set here, which is maybe going to tackle our Windows section or something like that, which will handle all these guys. I want us to you know get this done simple and easy so that we will be getting everything quite on point and neat. So with no further ado, let's get started now. Let's see how we can launch our software. You see, anytime you install Virtual Studio gives you by default directory. I am using 2015. I can decide to use any version for this project. It will work definitely perfectly fine. Now we need two softwares. We need Microsoft Access and we need Visual Studio. You need to install Microsoft Access on your computer. At the same time, install Visual Studio on your computer. All the rest we will be installing. Those are the add-ons, the plugins, and the other details. Those will be provided to you by default with these. It will be coming along with these videos or with these lessons. So to get started, just go to the start. Now scroll down to anywhere you have your Visual Studio at. Then you can see that I have my Visual Studio here, right here. So you can right click and then go to more, and you pin it to the taskbar so that it will be located in your on your taskbar. So I'll just click on that and it will launch my Virtual Studio. This is Enterprise 2015 version, and that is absolutely fine. You can use the ultimate, you can use the professional, you can do any version your heart desires. All we want is we want to know that the Visual Studio version you are using contains the .NET language, which is Visual Basic Language, the Windows form, which has UI elements and the rest. All right, so this is the UI interface of it. Most of the people may be getting the UI to be white. It depends on it depends on how you want yours to be. I decided to choose a black theme for this for my project because I thought of the lighting system. I have lights on and I'm sitting in front of a high brighted monitor, or let's say a screen, and I think I need to timeout. I shouldn't let it expose much to my eye. My visual is very important to me, so I mostly advise people for them to change their skin to the dark theme. If you have installed some other third-party plugins, it will be analyzing or adding all those items from your assembly to your toolbox, and that is what my virtual studio is doing now. All right, so before we get started, you can see we have file, edit, view, just mock, and we have debug, theme, tools, architecture, test, analyze, dev express, that is a third-party plugin. We have the window and help. Now we have the starting page. On the starting page we have new project, which you can use to create a new project, and then we have open project. You can open a previous project. We have open from source control. We have recent. You see, these are some recent projects I have been working on a while. This is discover what is new in Express 2015. It all contains internet access, and yes. Now we're going to create a new project. Creating a new project, you can click on file and create a new project. But first of all, let me teach you how you can change your skin. Go to edit and then go to this guy. I think he's kind of complicated, but I think I'll get him. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go to window and then this guy. All right, I just want us to customize, get a custom system of everything, how we can customize everything. I think it's quite interesting. Let's see from I think project window, right? Is it the project? No, not the project window. Guys, I think that is the customize rest. Customize. So you go to I think it's under the tools. You go to customize, right? I think it's somewhere here. Okay, let's go to tools, and then let's go to options. Rather, sorry for that, options. Now you can see that the general, we have the color theme, we have the blue one. When I select the blue one, then I click on OK, automatically it will just change the whole thing to blue. This is the blue theme, right? So you can decide to use the blue theme, and that is also working perfectly fine. But I would like to use the dark theme. You can decide to use the light theme, but I would like to use the dark theme, which I did earlier on for the lighting system. You can decide to choose any one you want. I don't have anything to say about that. So let's go ahead and then click on new projects, and let's give our project a name. So on this project, we're going to call it school management system, right? So make sure you see we have a lot of languages here under the template section. We have a lot of languages here. We have the visual C#, and it comes along with Windows Forms, Universal, Windows 8, a lot of features, Android. You can do everything you want to do with this, but we are not going. You see, we have C#, Visual Basic, Visual F#, Visual C++, SQL Server, Dev Extreme, a lot. Python is here. A lot of languages are there, but we're going to use a Visual Basic. So select Windows Form, because we're going to work on a Windows platform. You won't be seeing this Dev Express because it's a third-party plugin I just installed. Okay, so select Windows Form application. By default, that will be the one selected already. Now under Windows Form, we can still add a WPF, and then we can still add a console, a shared project, a class library which is a portable, but we're going to work on the Windows Form application. So let's give this application a name. Let's call this school management software version 1.0, right? So now that is the name. We have the location. Where do you want to locate your project to? So you can click on browse. I'd like to locate this project in my videos folder, and I'll right click and then create a new project, a new folder. Call this lessons, right? So inside this lesson, I'll click on select folder. So whatever I am installing or whatever project I'll be doing will be saved inside my lesson folder, and it will be giving me a solution name called School Management Software version 1.0. That will be where I can click and open my project directly. Now from this section I can create directory from solution, which is what I want, which is it will create an external folder for me, and I can even decide to add my source, add the solution to the source control, which I will be teaching you later on. So let's click on OK. As soon as I click on OK, when this is your first time creating your first project, it may take a while. That depends on how you want your system is going to be. So quickly I'll go to my videos, and then I can see my lessons here. I can see this folder here. That is where it allows me to take external directory. So when I come here, this is the solution which I said it should not place inside the external directory folder, and this is the project, the external directory folder. So when I checked that guy, it will definitely add it up to this folder. It will be in this folder, which is the solution. So this is the solution guy here. That is it. All right. I believe my logo down here is gonna disturb a little, but you don't worry. In our next lesson, we will try and take it out so that everything is gonna be awesome. Now, when we are done, or anytime you get your first project done, we have this toolbox here. By default, this is how it's gonna be, right? So we have the toolbox, the server explorer, the data source, which we will be using, but because we will be passing through a lot of procedures at the same time, I won't be explaining a lot. So let's click on this toolbox. If you want to stick this toolbox to the left side, just click on this pin guy to pin it to the left side, and this is your form, right? So this is your form. You can extend it, scale it, do it whatever you want to do with it, and that is going to be working absolutely perfect. When I click on start, you'll see that the form will start for me. When this is your first time launching the software or starting your project, it may take a while for it to load, mostly depending on how fast your computer is. It is very, very important. Yes, it is very, very important. So I advise you to, anytime you start a project, I advise you to start your system to get your project, so that anytime you want to start it again, it won't be taking that quite long. When I close or I stop it and I want to start it once again, you will see that definitely it won't be taking more time again. It will just come up like that. Good. Now from our design view, we said we need a loading screen. After that, we build a login screen. After the login, we build a recovery screen for this before we come to the our main form. But after that, we will have to get another screen which will print our reports. So let's do that. This is going to be our loading screen, right? So on this is the main form, and this is the working area. You can drag and drop any controls from here to this form, and we have two types of controls. We have hidden controls, and then we have visible controls. Okay, so with this, we have the property section here. So you right click and then you go to the property of this. This is the text here. That is the text for the project. This is form 1. So I'm gonna call this loading screen, right? So this loading screen is gonna be that loading screen up here, but we're not gonna use this. But first of all, we have something called start position. Let's set it to center screen, so that anytime we start this system, it's gonna be in the middle of our screen, right? As you can see right here. That is awesome. Now with this, I would like to customize this a little, so you can decide to customize yours as well, and it depends on how you want to do this, right? So I will just you see, we can take all these off and they're going to work absolutely perfect. I can decide to say that control boxes, I can turn it to false, and I will not get any control box here. and the text for the form, which is the loading screen, I can decide to take it out. And this is what I'm going to see right here. When I start this system, this is how it's going to be. You see, it's going to be something like this. Or in other words, you can decide to set the border style, right? So when we talk of the border style, that is the style you want to use. I can use fixed single, I can use sizable, but on this project I'm gonna use none for now, so I don't need any control. So when you set it to none, you don't have to set the control box to false again. It can still be true, but it will be working perfectly fine. But this is the problem: whenever you start the system, it will be in the middle. You won't get anywhere to close this, right? So let's just stop it. Now let's start the design. As we said in our previous presentation, we said that the UI is going to be our first system. So on today's lesson, we're going to develop the UI for the loading and then the login, right? So we're going to design for the loading, the login, then we end for today's lesson. Let's add a panel. You can search it directly from the search box, or you can just scroll down and then search for panel. And when you get a panel, you can drag and drop it here, but I would like to search it for quick and easy access. So with this panel, I'll just drag and drop this panel here, and on this panel I'll just right click and then go to properties of the panel. Now we have a back color for the panel, right? So for this color, I can decide to choose a blue color, red, black, any color at all you think you can use for it to be quite enough for you. That is awesome. So I'd like to use black for now, and I would like to dock it. When we talk of the dock, I would like to dock it to the top. I mean, I would like to position it to the top, and I would like to give it a shot like this. I think this is quite interesting. Now before we do everything, I will advise you to download Picon software. I will advise you to download Picon so that you can get access to some icons offline when working offline, or you can go to the internet and you can search for any icon your heart desires, right? So I would like to let's see if I drag and drop this here. Will it work? I haven't tried before. Okay, it's not gonna work. All right, so I'll just go inside my directory, which is my lesson folder here, and I'll just come here, create a new folder, and I will call this icons, right? So I'm gonna choose this as an icon, and let's say book. Let's search for book from this section, and let's see if we can get a book which we think is going to be quite enough for this project. Now these are books, and I would like to use one for the school management software, so I'll decide to choose 2 times bigger, and you can go through this, and it's gonna work absolutely perfect as you want it to be. So I like this book here, so I'll just drag and drop it inside my icon, and I have it here as a PNG, right? So I'd like to I will add this as well. Okay, I'll add this as well. You see, just drag and drop it, but I will rather need this as my desktop icon, right? So with this, I'll just switch from PNG to ICO. Then I'll just drag this and drop this, and that is going to be my ICO file. Now let's get back to the PNG section. Now I need a padlock, right? Let's say I need a key. Let's add a key instead. I think I need a key which is gonna be like this. Key is quite enough for the login, and I think I need let's say user, something like user, which is a guy like this. Drop the guy here, and I think I'm gonna need print. That will be the things we will be using regularly, so don't worry if I am not being so I'll drag and drop this print guy here, and I'd like to add save. So this save guy, drag and drop. I like to add delete, right? Oh, okay. So all these guys, they will be changeable, right? Those are the little icons. So before we come to that section, let's minimize this for now and let's get started. So I will add a picture box to this loading screen here, and on this picture box I would like to say that I'm gonna choose an image, which is I can decide to add it to my resource file, which is more advisable, and I'll go to my lessons, inside go to my icon folder and select this image. Now you see that the image will be placed here, so go to the size mode and you can use zoom, right? Or you can use stretch. It depends on how you want to do your system. Or you can just go to the internet and then you download some images which will be very nice for your project. Now let's add a panel once again. Drag and drop the panel here, and for the dock style, right, for the dock style, let's dock it to the bottom instead. So with this I'll just drag it down, and for the back color of this I'll set it to black. So with this I would like to keep it this way, that is awesome. So let's add a label, one label which will display as a text for us. So this is the label. You can see that the back color is black, the fore color also is black. The fore color is the font color, so I will just set it to white, or just click and choose any color your heart desires, and that is going to be working absolutely perfect. So let's go to the text of the label one. Let's set it to powered by iSoft developers. So you can see that that is here. Then we can decide to say that copyright, we can decide, instead of copyright we can decide to say that C, let's use capital C, something like that, and then we say that 2020, then we say all rights reserved, right? So something like this, and that is going to work perfectly fine. You can decide to center it or do whatever you want to do with it, and that is going to work absolutely fine. Let's add another one with the same procedure. Let's set it to white for the text, and for the text for this label 2 I'll just say that school management software, right? Just like that. And I'll just click on the font and then choose a font size for this in the project. I can decide to choose any font I wish to choose here. It doesn't matter, just choose any font you want to use, but hey, be sensitive. If you are doing this software not for kids, don't try to use any funny fonts, right? This is just a piece of advice I'm giving it to you guys. I believe this advice is going to be more interesting. Okay, so I'll just set the font to 16, and as you can see 16 is quite small, so I'll use 24, and that is perfect. But let's reduce it a little bit. I think that 24 is quite big, so let's use 22, and that is awesome. So I just copy and paste this. So we will say that version 1.0, and that is also available. So just add this here, and I think we are good to go, right? So I would like to add one more thing. That is going to be my progress bar, right? So I'll just add a progress bar right here. So on this progress bar I'll just dock it. You see, docking means pinning it to somewhere, pinning it to a particular place, right? So let's not dock this, but let's extend this to wherever you want to do it. Now let's see this. When I set the value of this to 100, this is how it's going to be, right? So when I set it to 50, this is how when it's loading it's gonna be, right? So this is how it's gonna be. So let's set the value to 0 for now. That is the innovative development we are building. So this is our design. Click on these guys to save your project, save and save all, or you can go to file, save all, and that is going to save everything. Good. Now this is our loading screen. When I click on this guy, you will then see that this is my loading screen, and that is awesome. You know what, you can do a lot of stuff with this. You can position this guy, you can, you can extend this guy. You can put this guy here and copy paste this guy again. Just Control C, Control V, and you can decide to choose your company logo, your school logo, whatever logo you want to use. You can use it according to what you want to do, according to what you want to do. So I would like to use my company logo as well as my software icon, right? So I'll just save this and I'm good to go. Now with this, let's do one more thing. Click on the form, make sure the form 1 is selected here, and let's go to the icon of the form. Click on that, and then let's go back to your let's go back to our lesson folder. Go inside the icon. You see the icon I created from my Picon software. I'll just select that. So when I start the system, automatically you will see that the icon will be placed at my taskbar. You won't be seeing mine because I have selected a particular area to record my screen. All right, so that is it. Yeah, school management software. Now let's create another form. So go to project, add Windows form, which is the first one. Let's give this form name, let's call this login, FRM for form. Then let's give it a name login. Make sure your Windows form is selected. Click on add. It will create a new form for you, right? So on this form, I would like to choose the border style. You see, we have the border style. So let's search for the border style for this. I think I'll be let's see the border style for this form border style, yeah. And I will use fixed tool window, right? Fixed tool window. But let's see something here. Anytime I start this software, you will see that it will still be starting from school management software, but that is not what I want to start from. I want to start from this main form so that I can work with this main form because I am done with this guy. So to do that, go to project, select your school management software, and then go to the form and select your login form. And also your target framework, set it to 4.4, or let's say set it to 4. Click on yes. It will just restart your system and it will just get you the next framework 4. So after that, you just gonna close this for a while. So when I click on start, it's gonna start from this form, right? This form guy right here, and that is awesome. Good. Now let's do some little bit of adjustment here. Let's go to the starting position. We want this to start in the center screen, and I think we would like to give the size to be like this. Let's add a panel, right? Let's do everything from scratch. So let's add a panel. From the panel, what we did earlier on for the loading screen, let's drag it to the top, and let's set the back color to black. Now with this, I'll just go here. I'm a lazy guy, so I'll just copy or right click, go to copy, come here, right click on this panel, paste. So it's gonna paste this here. Then let's call this login. You can decide to call this login, and that is gonna work absolutely perfectly fine. But I'm just gonna call this security section, right? Or security checkpoint. So that is it, security checkpoint. So with this security checkpoint, that is what I want to do with this. So I'll just take it up and take this also up. Now with this, let's go to the click on the main form, and let's change the text of the form. Let's change the text of the form to security. So let's say security checkpoint, right? So that is the security checkpoint, right? So we have the security checkpoint here. So with this, it is very, very awesome. Let's add another panel as we did earlier on. Then let's dock this. Let's change the back color of this to black. Then let's dock this panel to the bottom of this, and let's scale it down, something like this. I just wanted to get a nice UI, and I believe which will really help us a lot. Let's see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like, and that is very awesome, right? So with a fixed tool window, you can decide to use sizable, it's gonna work. You can decide to use fixed single, it's gonna work, but I would like to use the fixed tool window. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. So with this, let's add let's go and copy this image, come here and paste it here. That is going to be our one of our icon, right? So I'll just choose a different image, but I will rather upload it. That is my key. So I have this key guy here, and that is going to be serving as my security guy, or let's say my key, or my padlock, anything like that. Let's add a group box. So search for a group box and drop the group box here, and then let's I like to do it this way, and I like to do it this way. You can decide to take your time anyhow and customize this according to how you want to do it. It's mostly recommended to do it on your own style, because designing is very important. You need to design something on your own. So with this, I think we've got this here. So we need some text boxes. So first of all, we'll be adding 2 text boxes to this system. So copy this and paste this right here, and I'll be adding a label, right? So I'll add one label here, and on this label I just gonna call this username, just like that. And okay, I'll just copy and paste this username once again and call this password. So with this password, I think yeah, so let's take this up a little bit. Let's highlight everything, take this up a little bit, then let's drop this up a little bit. Now let's add a checkbox, right? So let's add a checkbox, one checkbox here that is gonna hide or show our character. So hide or show password. So that is gonna either hide or show our password when we want to see the visibility of our password. Now let's copy and paste one more first. Let's add it up here, and let's call this test attempt. So you do something like this, but on this attempt, I like to choose the font size to be bold, and this is what it's gonna be, just like that. And I'll just copy paste this attempt once again, and on this attempt I'll give it like 5 attempts right? So with this attempt we can drop this attempt here, right? And that is going to be awesome. All right, let's add one more thing, and then I think we can close for the day. Highlight all these and push them up. Then let's add link label. You see, we have differences between a label and a link label. So with this link label, I will just give this link, I will rename this link label like forgot password. Say let's say click to reset, recover, right? Something like this. And I think we would like to place it here. Now I will just save it. Let's add a button, right? So I'll just add a button, just a normal button, copy paste that, put this button here, this button here. This button is going to be our cancel button, right? So cancel, if you want to cancel the login system, and this is going to be our login, right? So log in, right? Good. So with this system, I think I'm good to go, and I can click on start to see my security section. I think my security section is quite good enough. I can add everything here, can add a password, but you see that the password is visible, so we will hide the password. I can, this is clickable, this is tickable, you know, we can decide to play along with these, and they are very awesome. Let's customize this a little bit, and I think we can be done for the day, right? We can be done for the day. So to customize this, I would like to select these guys and then set the font size of them to bold, just like that, bold. And let's save this. Now let's go back to the Picon, and let's say login. I think yeah, I would like to add I like to add this login guy, this guy, right? I need a black guy, right? So let's set this to this color to black. I need a black guy like this. So with this, I'll go back to my icons, but set the size to ×1, and then I'll just let's see the login. I just need a nice login. Let's drag and drop I think this guy here. Yeah, so you see that it's very small. Yeah, so click on this, and let's go to the image of the button, right? The image of the button, click on that, import the image, which is this icon. Click on that, click on OK. Now you'll see that the button will be placed in the middle of this the icon will be placed in the middle of the button. Now image align, click on that, don't worry about the error, click on that, set it to the side, right? And click on the text, right? So let's go to the login text, and for this login text, give it about 2 space. Okay, let's give it more space, and one more. Okay, so I think with this we need to enlarge this a little, so that is it. So let's do it this way. That is awesome. So with this, I think we are good to go. So let's see the cancel, right? For the cancel, you say that cancel, just cancel button. Then I would like to add this cancel guy here, so that one also oh sorry, I just need a little guy, not a big guy. Okay, so this guy, let's delete it. This guy is quite good. So let's go to the same thing. Let's select the image, and then let's set the image to this close guy, and you can see it's there. So let's set the image align, right? So image align is middle center. Let's give it to the left, and then for the cancel, let's give it about 4 space, and that is awesome. So I think our system is quite interesting, and we are good to go, right? We are good to go. All right, so let's see our system and let's see how best it works. I think we have one more thing to do, and you can see that everything is on point. I think you can see everything here. Okay, so for this guy, select on this guy, and we have something called the password char. The password char is a symbol you want to represent to hide your password. I like to use star for now. So when I start the system, you'll then see that when I go to the password, I type anything, it will represent like a star icon like that, and that is going to be absolutely perfect. All right, we will end here. My name still remains Ixot Original. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, it's very important. Not that I'm putting more pressure on you to subscribe, but I want you to subscribe because I will be backing all these videos up privately there so that you can get it anytime you wish to get it done. Until we meet again, Ixot Original is out, and we will meet on our next lesson, on our next episode. Have a nice day and happy coding.